If you're in the job market, this comment section is for you. Most unhinged job interview hacks. I saw a "we're hiring" sign at Chuck E. Cheese, and the next day I showed up in khakis and a purple shirt and told them someone called me and told me I was hired. They trained me the same day. When they ask if you have any questions, ask if there's anything in your resume or in the interview that prevents you from being the best candidate. 100% success rate for me. I called a company I wanted to work for and applied to reschedule my interview. I never had an interview, but they scheduled one and I got hired. I pretend they're interviewing me because I'm a celebrity and they just think I'm so interesting. Takes all the pressure off. My mom told me to research the hiring manager interviewer on social media and use that info to emotionally manipulate them. Interview like you don't need the job. I force the interviewer to talk about themselves for an unnecessarily long amount of time. They leave trauma bonded to me. 100% success rate. I found all the interviews of my CEO on YouTube and copied the transcripts into ChatGPT. I had it psychoanalyze him and run mock interviews with me. I learned everything about him. I got the job. You know what? Whatever works. I showed up to what was supposed to be a phone interview. My now boss asked if it was a power play. It was not. I just didn't read the email. In concluding, I always ask, what would you expect from me within 6 months of hire to be deemed a successful hire? They are always shocked. It's 50% success rate even in this market. I answered, where do you see yourself in 5 years with, in your current chair, since you'll be upstairs in the big offices. I started the next week. Not gonna lie, that was very smooth. I let them ask me like 2 questions and then I direct the conversation away from an interview and I just have a regular conversation. Gotten every job I've tried that with. Have the ego of an underqualified man and it will work out. MAC Ruby Woo lipstick. I've never been rejected in Ruby Woo. Adding to cart. Mirror the interviewer. It causes them to subconsciously like you. Interview them back. How do you measure success? How do you support your employees? What are the opportunities for growth? What is the work culture like? This is actually so important and people just forget to do this. Listen to Fireflies by Owl City before the interview. What? Always ask what the first 90 days of training and employment will be like. You want the interviewer to envision you working and you'll instantly stand out. Lie! Whoever they're looking for. I have a friend that put a fake Craigslist ad for the position she wanted. So many highly qualified people sent in their cover letters and resumes. She combined the best ones and used it on jobs. I took the job description, loaded it onto ChatGPT, and asked it to generate possible interview questions. They did the same. I got the job. At the end of the interview, ask, is there anything you're uncertain about me that could keep me from obtaining this position that I can clarify for you? Works like a charm every time. Wear blue. For some reason, psychologically, that makes them remember you more. Okay. Interviewed for Dutch Bros. My question for the interviewer was, what is your preferred coloring method? Marker, crayon, or colored pencil? They were too stunned to speak. I got the job immediately. Literally make them laugh. Be funny. I love that. They said they wanted someone with at least 5 years experience. I only had 3. I told them if they were smart, they'd hire the person who was able to accomplish in 3 years what it took someone else 5 to do. Back when you had to fill out paper applications, I used to put a star in the top corner. They always thought they did it, and I was always called back and hired. That's genius. People love talking about themselves, so I always ask what their favorite part of the job is or why they love working for the company. That's also just good information to have. I go to 1 interview a year for jobs I don't want just to get the practice in. When they ask what your biggest weakness is, reply with your favorite dessert, chocolate cake, pie, homemade cookies, whatever. They'll laugh and you'll stick out. I looked at my interviewer on LinkedIn and saw there was a dog in one of the pictures, and it just so happened my friend had a similar dog, and let's just say the dog conveniently made an appearance. Make at least 1 pre-planned dad joke because most of the time you're being interviewed by a middle-aged man. I told all 3 rounds I wanted a more stable job after leaving the horse industry. I am sending 5 more fake CVs in addition to mine so that if I am in a circle with them, only I appear at the interview. I didn't have the qualifications. They asked, why should we hire you? I said, if I can't do everything you need me to do in 2 weeks, I'll leave voluntarily. They hired me. I always ask if the interviewer has any hesitations towards hiring me. Gives me the opportunity to clean up misconceptions and makes it hard for them to lie. Works like a charm. Before the interview, when you first contact the employer, don't say, I hope to hear back from you soon. Say, I am available for an interview anytime. What works best for you? I always say, I'm in a unique position where I'm being extremely choosy with where I apply and who I interview with because it's extremely important for me to find a company who aligns with my values. For years, my cousin and I have used each other as fake references at an imaginary hair shop to cover all gaps in our resumes. You know it's showtime when they call and ask for Shirley. Look up the interviewer on Facebook to check out their hobbies, then casually bring them up in the conversation. We became besties and I got the job. I tell them I have other job interviews and some pending, so would like to know if a job offer will be extended by a certain deadline. Usually get a call by end of day with job offer. Respect your time. I'll always ask an industry related question about how they feel about something that recently changed or happened in the industry to show I'm up to date and genuinely curious about the industry. The best question to end on: is there anything you were hoping to see from your ideal candidate that I have not shown you yet? Happy job hunting, everybody.